Greetings once again, fans and authors. I am Mike Gallagher, author of the action horror cyberpunk novel Body and Blood, currently available for Kindle and paperback on Amazon, and contributor to the book review website Upstream Reviews on Substack. Well, it looks like we all made it through the eclipse, and that can only mean two things. One, somebody, probably in Portland or something, sacrificed the requisite number of still-beating human hearts to the pitiless cosmic beings that look down upon our ant-like race with nothing but bemused contempt. And two, I've got to keep doing this show. Just want to let you guys know really quick what's going on at the site. Later this week, we've got a review for Chuck Dixon's Avenging Angels by Declan Finn. And then we've got a slew of stuff by super reviewer Caroline Furlong. She's got reviews for Dungeon Samurai Volume 1, a mecha anthology called Mecha, a canon anthology edited by J.F. Holmes. She'll also have reviews for The Road to Damascus by John Ringo and Linda Evans, and Mary May and the Nightmare Man by A.M. Freeman. In addition to that, we're also going to have some interviews. Rich Palinelli's going to be bringing back his Superversive Spotlight. You're going to see interviews by Carl K. Gallagher and Henry Vogel. So if you don't want to miss out on any of that stuff and news as it crops up, largely written by yours truly, with a panache that only I can bring, make sure you follow us on the Substack, Upstream Reviews at substack.substack.com, or follow us on X. We're getting pretty close to rounding the corner on 1,000 followers, so help us close that in. And just really quick, I just want to let you guys know, to all of our subscribers, to all of our followers, I really can't tell you enough. I cannot put into words, which is odd because I call myself a writer. How much all of us appreciate everyone who follows us, everyone who comments. We love our fans. Drop us a line. Do not be afraid to recommend, reach out to us. And so with that out of the way, with no further ado, enjoy this episode's selections. Improvidence by David Harrod. The apocalypse has passed, and new peoples rise from the ashes. Among them is a young engineer, newly enlisted in an army with plans to reclaim what has been lost. His mission? Deep reconnaissance into the lost wilds of West Virginia. But the world is twisted beyond recognition. To reclaim the abandoned fort necessary to impose order on this lawless frontier, he must overcome both the scars of the old world and the savagery of the tribal men who now inhabit it. Improvidence is a dark adventure into the horrific unknown. It is a story about greed, lust, and the creeping certainty of change, and the way our minds grapple with our own transformation. I gave this a bit of a read. It's very short. It's a 63-page novella, but I think this would find broad appeal among anybody who is either a fan of post-apocalyptic with a bit of a unique twist, since it's very much written in kind of the style or like colonial prose. Harrod does that really well. I think if you're into that kind of thing, if you're into old history, you'd probably get a lot of mileage out of this. That's Improvidence by David Harrod. Above Dark Waters by Eric Kay. Artificial therapy's so great, you'll never log off, and you won't even notice the ads. A near-future sci-fi novel about brain privacy in the age of unfettered surveillance capitalism. This is a story about how a cyberpunk starts. Ed's in a bind. He's tried everything to keep the North Pacific Seastead afloat financially, but the Seastead needs an infusion of cash to keep it solvent, and the only one who can do it quickly is his well-to-do partner, Kate. Kate Stanford is doing great. Life's good on her residential condominium complex offshore in San Francisco. Her secretive mental health startup, Wellspring, has passed all hurdles with the Department of Veterans Affairs to treat PTSD. Adding to that success, she just received an infusion of funds from the Department of Defense. Though she doesn't need the money, she needs the computing power for an artificial therapist, and has entertained Ed's offer. But all is not what it seems with Kate's startup. A rogue programmer stumbles upon ways to boost his output to unnatural levels. Is this artificially intelligent co-coder an extension of his mind, or is he merely a tool of its growing intelligence? Meanwhile, brainwave technology has finally been miniaturized, and it is commonplace to monitor employees everywhere. It certainly sounds like an interesting premise. This is Above Dark Waters by Eric Kay. That's available on Amazon for Kindle. Silence and Starsong is an independent literary quarterly featuring short fiction in every genre from Western to alt history to Christian to horror and everything in between. Their website says, "Our mission is to provide a platform for visionary storytellers to share their work with readers who crave adventure and a deeper understanding of the world around us. We are committed to showcasing writers who can stand in the gap between man and machine as the voice of reason and fostering an uplifting community of readers and writers." Silence and Starsong currently has 2 volumes out, which are both available via Amazon. And if you'd like to check them out and read over their submission guidelines, you can check them out at silenceandstarsong.com.
If you have a book you'd like to recommend to us, or one of your own that you'd like to submit to be considered for review, send an email to upstreamsubmissions@gmail.com. Please remember to include a file of PDF, MOBI, or EPUB, or be ready to gift a Kindle on request. And if you want the latest in sci-fi, fantasy, mystery, and thriller, news, reviews, and culture, be sure to check out and subscribe to our Substack at upstreamreviews.substack.com.